So I just finished watching The Monkey King, right? And I think it's a 10 out of 10 movie. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna rate it that high. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. I'm gonna explain why. The aesthetics and the cinematography was just amazing for the movie. Like, it reminds you of Kung Fu Panda. Just think of Kung Fu Panda, but just more beautiful looking. Feel me? They had the lighting, the drama. They had everything to make every scene more impactful. It was just so aesthetically pleasing that you couldn't keep your eyes off of it. It was super entertaining. All the characters were very chaotic. It was a lot of different personalities. It even had a story that makes sense, and it told you some life lessons as well. So if your kid is watching this, they're gonna learn something. The main character right here, Monkey King. I was so close to violating him, but he just became a complete asshole in the middle of the movie, basically. But he has every right to. He was a complete outcast from the other monkeys because he caused so much trouble and because he was different. He was basically special. He was already born to be a god. He was already mad powerful. So he was already different. He became the most arrogant, Like, just look at him right here. He might look heroic, but it's really arrogance beneath all of that. I definitely liked his attitude. He was very inspiring because of how many people kept saying like what he wouldn't do, and he basically just ignored everybody, just kept moving, and he moved at such a fast pace that like people couldn't keep up with what he was doing. He was just super energetic. He was lively, even though he was pretty arrogant and cocky. And he like I said, he had a right to feel that. All these monkeys right here abandoned him and looked at him differently, but it was really because of the old man. Just look at him. He looks like a hater, doesn't he? Yeah, the old man basically had like an old thought process of like the gods being above everybody else. You gotta respect their rules. They're the only people that could live without rules. And basically, Monkey King, when he was little, he was not having that. He wanted to be up there with them. But and like under all of that, he just wanted the approval, and he just wanted to be recognized and appreciated because he was already lonely. That old man did not care about none of that. He told him to get lost, told him you don't belong here, you're not one of us. Like he was 100% a hater. So in all reality, Monkey grew up to become the most arrogant, cocky, self-centered person I ever seen in animation movies, period. But it all stemmed from this right here, him being abandoned and him being told that he just wasn't going to amount to anything. So the whole movie is about him proving them wrong and basically ascending to a certain title that they have to respect him with. The Dragon King, Dragon King? Yeah, the Dragon King, he was just a different breed. Like, I don't know what was good with him. I did not like him. He was lame. Just look what he did to one of his henchmen when they said something that wasn't even that relevant. I can't mess with him. But yeah, he was basically really lame. All right, he was weird. He was awkward. He had an ego as well. He didn't have no right to, and he was basically pursuing the stick the whole entire time. So I forgot to mention the stick. The stick also had his own personality too, and that was very entertaining, and it made certain scenes really funny. Like the stick would match the monkey's energy. It would make certain noises and expressions like a human would. So it was just very funny to see that. The girl was basically the MVP of the whole entire movie. At first, I didn't like her. No, at first when I saw her, I liked her because she seemed like she was a team player. She wanted to help the Monkey King. It looked like she had her own big goals and aspirations, and she wanted to use them to her advantage. So I liked that. But she was trying to achieve her goals, feel me? But then we saw the other side of her, and what her real goal was. But the way she did it, it threw me off, and I almost did not like her. But you could tell she had a soft side for the Monkey King. I already told you, nobody liked bro, and once he became older, he was just even worse. But she definitely stood by his side, and even though she had her own goals and her own mission, she still cared for him a lot. And that made him open up a little soft side to her. And you actually start to see that throughout the movie. So yes, this man actually has character development. Also, back to the Dragon King. Him turning into this, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know why he was the big bad at the end. All the other gods were so much more better. First of all, the design is not even good. Like, just look at him. Just look at him, bro. Why is he the final villain? Like, I just don't understand. Everything about him is just really lame. Like, I didn't like anything about him. Yo, no, actually, no, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I liked about him was his singing. Just watch.
So watch me rise up, open the skies up by storm.
All right, that's enough. But yeah, he had like some very good vocals, and they had a couple of songs in there. It was kind of almost like a musical. Not really, though. Not like no Film Red. Let's not forget about that. Nah, no shots. I like Film Red. If y'all ain't get it, watch One Piece. But anyway, nah, somebody like made like a like they basically drew him how he would be in a cartoon. Y'all just look at yeah, they exaggerated it to the max. But he was really like that though, for real. Like I can't even. Him being a final villain really just didn't make sense to me. They could have did it to any one of the other higher ups, but yeah, I don't know. He was definitely throwing some hands here. I'm not gonna lie, the fight scenes were really good. I'm a person. I'm all for fight scenes. I'm all for the hands, and I like seeing powers demonstrated. So like, all the fights were very creative, and you will be super entertained. Like you just won't be bored during the movie. Because it's so fast paced, and he's just the main part of that. Like he's gonna make you want to keep track of him the whole entire movie. These are all the guys that looked down on him and didn't think he could be part of them. The one in the middle is the biggest hater of them all. Just look at his face. Yeah, they were basically his ops, I should say. Him and that stick were besties. Like he loved that stick more than anybody else in the movie. Yeah, just all the character dynamics and all the relationships between them. It wasn't a big cast of characters. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. One thing I didn't like that the beginning, the outro, the conclusion, everything like Kim said ended perfectly. There were just some things I wish that could have been noticed or resolved. Like the Monkey King basically achieving his goal and coming back, or at least us seeing the reaction of the old man and a group of monkeys that isolated him. I wish we could have saw at least saw the reaction. At least it was like a whole big event. I know they seen it, but yeah, like we just didn't get no update about them. They didn't show their reactions. They didn't show like anything about him achieving his goal. Basically, could have at least showed us something about what goals the girl achieved. Besides what she did at the end of the movie, like they said at the end of the movie, she's narrating. She said, "I achieved a lot of big things." What big things? Like, what did you do? Where did you go? It was just certain things like that. Like I wanted to see like the reaction or like basically what happened future wise, or did he at least leave an impact? Like they didn't show none of that. They was calling her the hero, even though they was calling her the hero over the Monkey King. It was like he didn't have no significance. So basically, at the end, this man actually learns his lesson and actually changes into a different person. Well, not really. I swear, the only thing that we noticed, the only thing we noticed when he changed, is that he was just kinder to the girl, really. We wouldn't even see the character development, the full character development. We didn't see if he just became wiser or if he learned his lesson. And spoiler alert, this man, he sat in solitude for 500 years. For 500 years. Until the day he could actually become humble. We don't know what he was like after that. We literally don't know. He actually looked the same, actually. Like, I don't know what happened. That's the only reason I dropped it down 1 point, just because that's just me. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, this movie was heat, man. The fight scenes were amazing. It was aesthetically beautiful, and it was very fast paced, and it just kept moving. So you just won't be bored of it. Like, I think you should definitely go watch it. Let me know about any other movies y'all want, and I review them.